In 1976, the world held its breath. What if we're not alone in the universe? A single photograph from Mars made millions of people wonder, could this be evidence of an ancient alien civilization? Or was it just an optical illusion? Watch this video about the discovery of the face on Mars until the end to find out what scientists ultimately concluded. In July 1976, the unmanned Viking 1 spacecraft sent back a strange image from Mars. On one of the Martian hills, a distinctly human-like face appeared. The photo was taken in the Cydonia region, in Mars's northern hemisphere. NASA officially dismissed it as a trick of light and shadow, but the image quickly made its way into the press, and thus began one of the most intriguing mysteries in the history of planetary exploration. A few years later, engineers Vincent DiPietro and Gregory Molinar, working at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center, reanalyzed the images and claimed that the features were too symmetrical to be natural. They even found a second image of the face, taken under different lighting conditions. This second photo was captured by Viking 1 35 orbits later, and once again, the face was visible. Then came writer Richard Hoagland, who claimed the face was connected to a group of strange nearby structures. He was convinced they too were remnants of an ancient civilization. In the 1980s, the theory gained traction, not just in the media, but even in religious sermons. Some claimed that the whole thing had been foretold in the Bible. So what exactly is the face on Mars? Theory 1. It's an artificial structure. Supporters of this theory argue that the face isn't just a rock formation, but a deliberately constructed monument left behind by an intelligent Martian civilization. Researchers who analyzed the early photos from the Cydonia region noted the object's striking bilateral symmetry. It seemed to have eyes, a nose, a mouth, forehead lines, and even what might be interpreted as teeth. Digital enhancements of the image revealed, according to them, a visible eyeball, a pupil, and even something resembling a tear under one eye. They applied digital filtering and contrast-enhancing techniques and later used a 3D reconstruction method known as shape from shading. And regardless of lighting conditions, the face continued to look like a face. Richard Hoagland, involved in further analysis, took it a step further. He claimed the face was just one element in a network of related structures. A few kilometers away, he claimed to have found an entire Martian city, pyramids, a fortress, and symmetrical structures that appeared to follow geometric logic. According to him, the face was aligned with these other formations and might have been part of a sprawling ancient Martian metropolis. Some even speculated that the complex had once stood on the shore of a now-vanished sea. It all seemed too complex to be coincidence, and many people wanted to believe intelligent beings might once have lived on Mars. Theory 2. It's just a natural formation, and we're simply seeing what we want to see. In psychology, there's a term for this: pareidolia, the tendency of the human brain to recognize familiar patterns, especially faces, in random or chaotic shapes. We see faces in clouds, stains on the wall, slices of toast, maple leaves. Someone even claimed to see the face of the devil in Queen Elizabeth's hairstyle. Our brains are wired to detect faces, even when they're not really there. Critics argue that the same thing happened with the face on Mars. A shape captured from just the right angle and under just the right lighting, and suddenly we perceive a nose, eyes, a mouth. Our minds fill in the rest. This wouldn't be the first time. In the past, scientists thought they saw bridges, spires, and pyramids on the moon, which later turned out to be nothing more than light and shadow playing on rocks and craters. So perhaps the face on Mars is just a rock too, one that we projected our imagination onto. So what is the Martian face really? 2 decades later, in 1998, NASA's Mars Global Surveyor captured a new image of the same hill in Cydonia, this time in much higher resolution and with different lighting. Then in 2006, the European Space Agency's Mars Express took yet another photo of the face, now in the highest resolution yet and even in 3D. After reviewing these new images, the conclusion became clear. What once looked like a face turned out to be an ordinary Martian hill. The updated photos revealed a geological formation with topographical features that happened to resemble facial traits. But it was now clear, these were not actual eyes, a nose, or a mouth. Just natural rock formations shaped by erosion. The European Space Agency officially confirmed the Martian face was nothing more than an optical illusion caused by the lighting in the original photo. Even those who had originally championed the face theory admitted that the Viking images had been too low in resolution to draw definitive conclusions. And all the features cited as evidence of artificial origin, the symmetry, the eyes, the mouth, the lines, disappeared when viewed from different angles. The shadows that once suggested human-like features were simply dips, cracks, and bumps in the terrain under different lighting. The mystery was solved. The hill in Mars's Cydonia region wasn't a monument, a message to humanity, or the remains of a civilization. It was just a regular Martian hill, one that we happened to see under the perfect light. And yet, despite the mystery being resolved long ago, many people still believe it's more than just a rock. Why? Perhaps because we want to believe we're not alone. That somewhere out there, someone else might leave a mark, or even a face. That's why the face on Mars found its way into pop culture. Printed on t-shirts, mugs, book covers. It appeared in comics, movies, and TV shows. It became more than a geological curiosity, it turned into a cultural myth, much like the Bermuda Triangle or Atlantis. So what do you think about the face on Mars? Do you believe it's just a trick of light and shadow? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss. Like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new episodes about fascinating and mysterious stories.